Oh wow, Paul, look at that.
Oh, look at it.
That is super cool. Look at the view through that. Well, hey there, guys. For the next few days, we're at Olympic National Park in Washington.
Yeah, this is a big park, so it's going to require a lot of driving around to get to where we want to see.
Yeah, the places that we want to see are sometimes multiple hours of drive between them. We got up very early this morning to get to the Hurricane Ridge area, only to discover that the main trail we came here to hike, Hurricane Hill, is currently closed because there is a cougar in the area. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I'm disappointed that it's closed, but I don't want to encounter a cougar.
No, but we did get up really early because there is a quota. They only allow a certain number of vehicles in, and so it's kind of disappointing. We're gonna wait around and see if they open it up later, right?
Yes, and there are a number of other trails to do in this area, so we're gonna take those on while we're waiting for Mr. Cougar or Mrs. Cougar to spend her quality time up here in the mountains, and then maybe she'll clear out and let the rest of us have some trail time. So we're going to combine portions of several different trails into one hike while we're in the area. We'll be hiking portions of the Cirque Rim Trail, the High Ridge Trail out to Sunset Point, and part of the Klahani or Klahane Ridge Trail.
Yeah, we've just started and the views are stunning.
It's beautiful weather out today. It's in right around 50, 55, maybe low 50s, and it feels really, really nice to be out here.
It does feel nice.
So we just talked to a park ranger who said that the hike we're doing now is very similar to the one that's closed because of that cougar sighting, and he said that we aren't missing any kind of unique landmark or special viewpoint, so that's good.
The views out here are all amazing, but I really love the layers of the mountains.
That is awesome. So we've reached the turnaround point of our hike today. We've got about 2 miles in so far with several hundred feet of climbing, and it has been just a ton of fun.
It has, and the views have just been amazing the entire way. This part of the trail has been much quieter, much fewer people, so it's been kind of nice.
Yeah, when we got to Sunset Point, there were probably 50 people up there.
Yeah,
very crowded. But out here, there's only one other couple out having a little snack. And so we're enjoying some solitude out here. It's just a beautiful day, and the views every step of the way have been just remarkable.
So next we're going to head to Sol Duc Falls.
Yeah, it's a 1.8 mile out and back, pretty flat as far as we can tell, and hopefully we'll have a nice payoff. Well, wasn't that waterfall just awesome?
It was really pretty. It was a lot prettier than I was expecting.
Yeah, it was a nice, refreshing end to the day, wasn't it? We've got a new day today that we're just now getting started on. We got up early and drove over to the Hoh Rainforest, where we have a couple of small hikes set up for today.
Yeah, we're going to hike the Hall of Mosses and the Spruce Trail, and combined they're about 2 miles.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What do you think?
It is gorgeous. Just as a reminder, it is important that you get to places in the park very early, not only to avoid the crowds on the trails, but also to avoid the crowds on the roads.
Yeah, in many of the popular places, there's only one road in and out, and so traffic is sometimes backed up for hours at a time in the peak parts of the day. And so just trying to get into the area can be a problem, and then you have to start looking for a parking spot once you get there. Well, that Hall of Mosses trail was pretty cool, wasn't it?
It was. I loved seeing all the sunlight flickering through onto the greenery and on the moss. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's our first time at a rainforest, and so it was a pretty cool experience, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, up next we've got the Spruce Trail, which presumably has a lot of spruce trees.
Yeah, and some of them can grow up to 300 feet tall.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, even though this isn't the rainy season, and so this area, it's not as lush as it could be, we're still really enjoying the sights because we've never been to a rainforest before, and so we really have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, we're here in July, and it only gets an average of 3 inches of rain this month, but in November, it gets 20 inches of rain.
Well, those two trails that we hiked at the Hoh Rainforest were really unique, weren't they?
They really were. I love learning about the nurse logs. They're fallen trees, which are great places for seedlings to take root and to grow into full-grown trees.
Yeah, we saw several examples of that taking place.
Really neat.
It really was neat. Really, the second trail, the Spruce Trail, was kind of like the Hall of Mosses Part 2.
It was.
They were obviously right next to each other. A little bit different terrain, but mainly it was the same kind of environment.
Very similar.
Really, really cool though.
Yeah, I liked it.
Today is July 4th, 2023, and so we're actually going to just hang out at Ruby Beach, which we've now driven to, and hang out for the rest of the day, take a few shots here and kind of relax, maybe go into the nearby town of Forks later to check out their celebrations, and then we'll check in with you guys again tomorrow.
One of the things we really like about Olympic National Park is the diversity. The various areas are so different. You've got mountaintops, beaches, rainforests.
I mean, it's like getting several parks rolled into one, isn't it? But if you do plan to explore all the areas, we highly recommend that you choose lodging in each of those areas and kind of move around instead of having one base camp, which is what we did.
Yeah.
It's going to help you avoid a lot of driving.
It will.
Well, we ended yesterday at Ruby Beach and we're starting today off at Rialto Beach.
Yeah, we're going to do a 3.5-mile out and back to Split Rock and Hole in the Rock.
It's quite hazy out here on the beach today. Should make for some nice dramatic views, and we're ready to get going.
Let's go.
Let's go. Look at that.
Oh, look at it.
That is super cool. Look at the view through that. Oh, Paula, look at these sea creatures.
Oh my goodness, look at that purple one.
Oh my goodness, look at the colors.
That is so
That
amazing.
is cool. We have never seen anything like this out in the wild. This is like aquarium stuff.
It is.
Well, I gotta say, that is one of the best beach hikes we've ever taken. Maybe the best one ever.
Maybe. It was just so much fun. Beautiful views, those big rocks, and all the sea creatures.
That was just an added bonus, wasn't it?
It was so much fun. It's so different for us because we don't have rocky beaches and things in the places we've been.
Right. That really is more like aquarium type stuff, the sea
right.
creatures that we
Yeah.
saw. And then the beaches, you know, these aren't white sand beaches or anything
Right.
like that. You've got some interesting sea stacks, and then of course the rock formations that we got to play on and walk through.
Yep.
This was a 5-star,
It was so
perfect
much
10
fun.
kind of beach
Yeah.
to play around on. We've got one more thing that we want to try to fit in today, and that is a drive out to Cape Flattery. So we will check in with you guys when we get there. So we made it to the Cape Flattery trailhead. This isn't actually in Olympic National Park. It's on the Macaw tribal land, so we did purchase a $20 recreational permit, which allows us access to the trail. We were happy to support this area.
Yeah, it's about an hour-and-a-half drive from Rialto Beach where we were at earlier, but we hear it's worth it. It's only a 1.5-mile trail and we're excited to get started.
Oh my goodness, look at that color.
That's gorgeous.
That is amazing.
It is.
Well, there is no way that these videos are gonna do justice to what we're seeing here today.
Just look at that color.
It's I can't even imagine this showing up as good as what we're seeing. Well, it's no false flattery when I say that Cape Flattery is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is definitely worth the drive out here to see this. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, stunning views, stunning colors. It is just amazing.
It is. We've really enjoyed our time out here.
It is the northwesternmost point of the contiguous United States, and let me tell you, it's a sight to behold.
It is.
You know what else is a sight to behold?
What's that?
Something good to eat.
Let's go find some.
Let's go. So we ordered just about everything, didn't we? We each got an Indian fry bread taco with ground beef and all the fixings. We got some chips and queso and even some dessert.
And don't forget the Indian fried bread with cinnamon and sugar.
You don't have to worry, I'm not going to forget that.
I don't even know how to eat this. I think you try to.
Oh, wow. That is wonderful.
You gotta eat it like this, man.
I did eat something like that. It's all falling out.
That's yummy.
Oh, it's so good. For dessert, we got some homemade apple crisp, and it looks amazing.
Hello, Mission America. Come back to Pat's Place or visit Pat's Place in Nia Bay, Washington. The best fried bread in the world.
That is true.
Yay!
Yeah. That food at Pat's Place was almost indescribably good.
It was so good, and I'm so stuffed.
I'm sleepy.
We ordered way too much.
I'm comatose. I am probably incoherent at this point from all of that yummy food. It was really good.
It was so good.
In all seriousness, if you happen to make your way out this far, which it is way, way out here,
It is way out here.
you definitely got to stop. I wouldn't even consider coming to Cape Flattery area without stopping in there. If I ever make it back here again and they're still open, they're getting more money out of me.
But you better check their schedule because they're closed several days a week.
Right.
And we
were
got here
very
the day they were
fortunate that
open.
we were here on the day they were open. Loved it. Those guys were super nice as well. Everyone that we have met here on this reservation has been extremely nice.
Very, very nice.
Can't say enough about the macaw people that we have interacted with. It has been a lot of fun to be here. It's been a lot of fun to be in Olympic National Park, hasn't it?
I've loved this park.
It has been so diverse, so many different things that we've got to see and experience.
It has.
A lot of driving because it's a huge park and it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours to get from one place to another at least.
It does.
But it has been well worth every bit of
We
that.
have loved all of it. It's gorgeous.
One thing that we wanted to mention before we forget is on our way to Olympic National Park, we did stop in at a unique place.
Yeah, we stopped in Port Orchard to see a Hobbit house.
I mean, it's like something straight out of the Shire, very Lord of the Rings type
cute, yeah.
type place. It's at the Brothers Greenhouse. They have it out back of their greenhouse just as kind of a little attraction to bring people in. Every season they change up the scenery on it, plant different flowers and things on it, and it was really, really cool.
It was a fun little stop.
Speaking of stop, I think we're gonna have to stop this episode at this point, but we've got a lot more stuff in store. You guys are gonna want to stick around for the next episode for some of those.
That's it for our mission. What's your mission?
So we made it. Seriously, bro? Well, we made it to the trailhead of the Cape Flattery Trail. What was I gonna say? So now we're gonna head to Sol Duc. Well, up next, we're headed to Cul-de-sac Falls. Well, up next for us, we're gonna take a hike out to Lame Duck Falls.
Sol Duc.
I could do this all day long. And up next for us is the Hoh Rainforest. And it has been a whole lot of fun.
Oh,
What was that?
I was going to say the views, but I said the goose.
You had one thing to say. And it was not the goose.
And I messed it up.
Let's dance our way up.
That's just weird.
That wasn't smooth. That was not Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers at all.
Man.
Is that going?
Yep,
Should I start?
I would.
Okay.
Peace out.
Well, hey there, guys. It's Jimmy here. Our mission in every episode of this vlog is to share one of our fun-filled adventures with you guys. But our greater mission in life is to share our hope and happiness with you. One of the ways we do this is by giving away digital copies of my book, There is Joy for You, which we believe will help you in your own spiritual journey. You can get it at no cost by dropping by jimmybrown.com, scrolling down to the book, and clicking on the download button to read it on your favorite device. There is no list to join and no price to pay. It's just our way of trying to be a blessing to you. It's only 39 pages long, so it won't take you long to read it. I hope you'll check it out. You want it, I want it, we all want it. The good news is God wants us to have it too. There is joy for you.